Live and relatively on time. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Talk Live on a Thursday night, just before the weekend. How are you? Hope all is well with you. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Fall winter line out now. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. So like, subscribe, comment. Just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. As I crack open my buble, we shall go all the way. I should get some sort of advertising revenue from this, but anyways. Keeps me awake, keeps me going. We are back, so hope all is well with you. I have been doing well myself. Productive day at work. Also, my boys, Arsenal Football Club, doing well in the Champions League. A 4-0 win for the Arsenal yesterday against PSV Eindhoven. Yes, indeed, that was a welcome relief, and my Jays are doing well as well. So all my sport teams will be doing relatively well this week, and my Bills won last weekend. As I see the third out, pull to place here on Toronto. Anyways, yes. So we are back, we are live, and we are talking about a very, very topical issue these days, and that is divorce, and that is the divorce of young Jeezy and Jeannie. And we're going to get into it today. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. We're going to get into this little legal tete-a-tete between two lovebirds whose love grew out of the pandemic, quite simply. Yes, indeed. Jeannie Mai and young Jeezy, a black Asian marriage that usually doesn't go all the way around. I mean, Asian girls usually tend to more white folks, if not their own. Young Jeezy was always about the sisters for a time, but I guess not anymore, not in this instance. But it was a love that grew out of, indeed, the pandemic. And we thought that things were going so well, and things were going so right for the two of them. And we're surprised at the actual wedding date, the actual wedding, and also the announcement of a newborn child, I believe, a couple of years back. So things grew out of that. Things went from there, from strength to strength, and it went to 2 years of the relationship until this past spring, summer, when things are starting to, you heard rumors of things being unsettled within the relationship. And then finally, within the last, I would say, week to 2 weeks, where it was announced that Jeannie Mai and young Jeezy were getting a divorce. Surprise, surprise. We had all thought that things were going so well, things were going so wonderfully, but in fact, that was not the case at all. So we're going to get into it tonight, and not only on two fronts, it's a two-pronged event. Why is young Jeezy leaving? Because rarely do you find a man filing for divorce in certain proceedings, but young Jeezy was driven to such derision that he had to leave the relationship. He had to get out of there. Devil may care, financial costs be borne. He wanted out of that joint toot sweet, and so he is taking steps to do so. So very rare for a man to ask for a divorce from his wife, knowing the repercussions of said divorce, and he being the breadwinner in the family. He is worth more, as will be seen in time, than Jeannie Mai. And if you don't know who Jeannie Mai is, she is the TV personality. She was on The Real. There you go. She was on The Real with a host of black ladies. And again, it was a show that had a good long run. It had about a 6-7 year run. It just recently, it was just recently canceled. But it left Jeannie Mai even with a nice little tidy sum, a short-lived one, to be fair. Because again, the show was canceled. She had no other prospects. But she found love with young Jeezy, and it was thought that would last forever. Not indeed the case. Jeannie Mai is about 44 years old. But let's share the screen. Let's get into it right now on Talk Live. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. So let's do this. We're going to share the screen on YouTube here. And yes, go to browser. That's first thing, because I don't want to lose it that way. There we go. So we're going to get into first off, the reason for, well, how things started, how things were leading to the actual divorce announcement. That is key. So we're going to be relying heavily on one man and one man only, and that's this guy right here. I say one of the leading lights in the legal world, especially on YouTube. His name, the lead attorney. Lead attorney here. Do subscribe to this man because this guy is doing fabulous stuff on the YouTube streets, especially when it comes to high-profile divorces and legal actions involving the stars and their ALites. But I'm going to let Lead take the lead here. Fair use as always. But I'm going to let Lead take the lead here and let him explain what happened leading up to the actual divorce announcement and setting. But thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. We're going to get into it right now, so let's go. Oh, how do we get there? I did not want to go there. All of a sudden it just, oh, God. Sorry about this for 1 second, guys. I'll just have to, here we go. Let's go right here. All right, let's go back again. Oh, well, that is the A to the 7th power. Lovely lady, to be fair indeed. Okay, we're back. We're here. We're going to get to it.
He going to be old as hell. That's at the 18-year graduation. We ain't even talked about college yet. He's starting over. It'd be different if he were like me and didn't have any kids. I'll pop out a fucking kid, whatever, man. I ain't got no kids. People been telling me all my life, Lead, you need a kid. Fine, I give you a fucking kid. I got this YouTube money. I'll give you a kid. But he already had 3. So he knew what it was about. And he had a lot of drama with that lady, his baby mama, by the way, because correct me if I'm wrong, this was his first wife. He didn't get married to that lady. The 3 kids, this is his first marriage. Jeezy was wilding out.
Just before, stop that for a second. Just to let you know, to those who were brought up to speed, I am just recapping. Lead attorney is recapping Jeezy's life. Yes, he had 3 kids from a prior marriage, and to a woman that he never did marry. So again, as he said in that little caption right there, that Jeannie Mai was young Jeezy's first marriage, his first plunge into the institution of marriage and matrimony. So let's go again.
Right? So, quarantine marriage, a kid damn near immediately, even though he has 3 other kids. And to be fair, Kevin Samuels was shouting out this lady. You know, this lady seemed like a ride or die. Again, guys, she just got served with the divorce. The divorce was just filed. Strike that. The divorce was just filed like today or yesterday. Let me read this. Can I? Oh my God. Let me take this off the screen because, clicking on links, you never know what's going to happen.
Again, this divorce just happened. This divorce just came through the pike just a week ago. So again, this is very, very fresh, very, very new. Let's continue. Let's move on from here just a quick
second. Look at this. There we go. Guys, just a couple days ago. Why isn't this working? Check this out right here. This is Jeannie Mai, right? She got her hands clasped like the Asians, right? Always bowing. Shout out to Zoom to Thailand. He's been living in Thailand so long. Every time he says yes or thank you, he does his hands like this. I'm like, fuck, man. Zoom to Thailand is institutionalized. Have you ever seen a black man that every time he says thank you, he does this? He's been living in Thailand for the longest. This is his beautiful kid, mixed race. I know some people are going to key off on that. Now this just occurred. What did Mai say about Jeezy? Says, today I celebrate the remarkable milestone achieved by my husband, Jeezy, whose memoir, Adversity for Sale, has soared to the New York Times bestseller list. When has your wife ever used the word remarkable and you in the same sentence? Guys, I know. Talking to somebody else. When? Be honest, guys, if you're married, when is the last time your wife was talking to someone else and used you and remarkable in the same sentence? Well, Lee, my wife said that my stupidity was remarkable. That's not what I'm talking about. Jeannie was ride or die. Look at Jeannie. She says, your story has always been an inspiration to me, but seeing it in print has left me even more in awe of your strength and your wisdom. You invited us into the most intimate corners of your life where pain and triumph coexist. This moment isn't just a testament to your literary skills, baby, or femininity, but a recognition of your ability to inspire through the power of storytelling. That's what they say about it.
Let's just stop that there for a second. You can clearly see by this post on X a week ago that Jeannie Mai was still very, very, very much in love with young Jeezy. Very much so. So this is a rarity, quite simply. The wife was pretty content, pretty happy in their relationship. However, we'll dig under the surface and really see what really went on in the marriage and why young Jeezy had to take it there, had to go there and obtain a divorce. But with that being said, Jeannie Mai was very happy in the relationship, very happy in the marriage. She had found her alike, her equal, and wasn't willing to give up the relationship at all. She was very happy with how things were. They had a child, very happy child together, and they were celebrating his New York Times bestseller book, Adversity for Sale. Hey, which goes to show that Jeannie Mai wasn't exactly pushing for divorce here. She wasn't. She was literally one who wanted things to continue for the foreseeable future. She was very happy in the relationship, very happy in the marriage, had a supposed wonderful family, and didn't want things to change. But we'll see in time. One person, one party, young Jeezy, that party did want change. He did not like what he saw and wanted out. But we'll continue.
Well, shout out to me. I'm endlessly grateful for your voice in this world. Honored to walk beside you, my love. If she would have said honored to walk behind you, I'll marry this hoe myself. I mean, when has your wife said that about you guys? Let's be honest. When is the last time your wife to someone else said this about you? Now, you could be like, well, Lee, this is not a real marriage. Why isn't it a real marriage? Because you said, Lee, that this wasn't a real marriage. When did I say that this marriage wasn't a real marriage? Well, you said, Lee, that you don't consider a marriage real until they hit year 7. They're just in year 2. You said the shit doesn't get real until years 6, 7, and 8. They're still in the butterfly stage. Damn, I did say that, didn't I? You said that. I got the good ear too, Lee. I got the good ear too. So maybe, your wife doesn't say this shit to you now, but maybe back when it was good, the first 2 years of the marriage, maybe your wife would be on this, she'd be on this shit right here, right? Maybe. This is a 20-year divorce attorney talking to you. I'm trying to explain to you guys some things. Now, she posted this. All right, she posted this beautiful, aspirational, inspirational message, not only to him, but to everybody who could see it. Everybody in the nation, everybody in the world. 2 days later, how did Jeezy respond? 2 days later, how did he respond? Complaint for divorce. You can't gaslight me. Complaint for divorce. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how inspirational I am. I don't want to hear that I'm a bestseller. I want you to sign this goddamn paperwork. That's what I want. That's what I want you to do. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. Y'all hold up, man. Y'all are, let me slow the chat down a little bit. Y'all are getting crunk in this.
So again, we see that 2 days, well, listen, 2 days before filing for divorce, which is just a week ago, we saw Jeannie Mai extolling the virtues, praising highly her husband for his best-selling book, and being the man that he was and the father that he wanted to be. So she was effusive with praise for one young Jeezy. One young Jeezy did not consider that any sort of did not consider the affections of his wife. Did not consider them at all. He turned around and said, nope, this train ain't stopping. This divorce train ain't stopping. And he filed for divorce. Yes, he did. The young Jeezy actually wanted out of the relationship. Now we're going to get into why in a minute, and we'll have other, those who bear witness to that divorce, why indeed young Jeezy wanted out, giving reasons why she wanted out. And then we're going to get into what repercussions are to be had. But let's continue from here. Let's hear what young Jeezy has to say in terms of the divorce itself.
Chat. 5,000 people in here, man. Can y'all hit the like button for your boy? All right, let me slow down the chat a little bit. Let's go. All right. So, sometimes you ain't trying to hear. You can post whatever you want, this and that. Do you know what he posted in response? Oh my God. I can't find it. I'll just tell you I'll find it later. You know what he posted in response? He posted a picture. Oh my God. It's so much. I wish I could find it. She posted a picture of her with the child. They're together. You're such an inspiration. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of your strength, your wins and your losses, your triumphs and your hardships. They're a message to every person on earth. Me and our daughter, not my daughter. Me and our daughter. We're so lucky to have you. We're in awe. You know what Jeezy posted? Jeezy posted a picture of himself. He was like, I am too focused on me to pay attention to the people that can't come along. I was like, oh my God. Jeezy. What the fuck? He's done. Se acabó. Ya está, güey. Ya se murió. Ya. He's done.
He was done. Yes, indeed. Again, as the lead attorney has already said, he was, he's pretty much out of the relationship. He had grown tired of Jeannie Mai. Now, again, that post on X from Jeannie Mai, it could have been one to save face. It could have been one just or Instagram. I think it was X or Instagram. Maybe it's an Instagram post. But anyways, that post that Jeannie Mai had issued praising her husband on his successes and his best-selling book. It fell on Jeezy's deaf ears. He did not want to hear it. He had enough. He wanted out of the relationship. And as rare as it is for a man to want divorce, he wanted divorce. He wanted out. So he and his lawyer drove a petition for divorce. He filed for divorce. There it is. But and again, he had he had issued the post on Instagram, his own post on Instagram, I believe, saying that he wanted, he was now a solo. He was now flying solo, and that only a certain amount of people could be in his circle, and that did not include his wife. So we'll continue it from here.
Guys, when I gave this piece of paper to my ex-wife that I had went down to the kitchen and drawn up myself, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I said, "Sign this." And she looked at me, she said, "What does it say? What does it say?" Like, she could have said anything. I was done. I don't want to hear nothing. I want to hear that pen. I want to hear a pen. Jeezy's done. Now, Jeezy's gone out and hired an attorney, and the attorney has done this work for him. For me, I did this shit myself. But Jeezy's not a 20-year divorce attorney like your boy. So he hired somebody to do it. And this isn't very expensive, and this divorce, and we're going to go over it. This divorce is probably going to cost him, for what y'all are looking at, and prices vary, and we're in Georgia. This document probably cost him a retainer of $7,500. This is a $7,500 retainer right here for this.
So we got to realize that this is indeed happening in the state of Georgia. It's not where young Jeezy is from, and where he resides with his wife on occasion. Now, Jeannie lives in L.A. Still lives in L.A. Still has a place in L.A. I think that's where most of her fortune comes from, is her L.A. establishment. And so they are a as they say, a what's that? East-West sort of relationship. So literally an East-West sort of relationship where bi-coastal. So one is on one coast and one on the other. So he's in Atlanta, she's in LA, and they try to make it work out. And I would say what the predominant residence was, but again, she wanted. I think things were estranged. Were estranged because of the fact that they were living on both poles. Number two, as we'll get into it, he just wanted out for reasons that there were irreconcilable differences. We'll let those. I'll let you decide we'll let you see what those irreconcilable differences are later on. Let's continue.
Right. Which to Jeezy, I mean, he got millions, right? I don't know. Somebody do a quick net worth check on your boy. It's not going to work. It's not going to be accurate, but what's he worth? 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, 7,500. All right, let's see what it says. Y'all ready? Let's see what it says. Let's see what this shit says. Before we do that, y'all been supporting your boy so much, man. Let me do this right quick. Before y'all do this, let me get a few. Shout out to Wellness by Strong. Says first time on the super chat.
Stop that for a second there. He's got a lot of super chats that going on here, so let's just stop it here, and then we will continue. I think right around there. Yes. And let's continue with the divorce petition.
call you on the phone. And I say, hey, man, hey. Who are you? You ain't gonna like this, pimp. You ain't gonna like this. Are you fucking my wife? I'm getting something from him. I mean, you can keep the ass. I want the $7,500 retainer. I'm getting something from him. But she tired of you. She wants to cash you out. She brought me all of your savings account statements. She brought me all of your 401k statements. All that retirement.
He's just explaining what
you only
goes
have
on
to
the
be
divorce proceedings there.
Separate after 30 days. And you can be separated.
I'll go back for a second there because
the parties were married in March of 2021 and currently living in a bona fide state of separation. Y'all fuckers y'all just got married two years ago. You're living in separation already?
Again,
now,
bipostal,
let me do this too. Let me do this
marriage.
too. I always say that the person who gives the biggest super. First of all, let me apologize to you. I always say that the person who gives the biggest super chat is. Minutes later, you asleep and you feel a snuggle up to you trying to spoon your ass. Now the situation's reversed. This girl 5 foot.
They're going to stop that there for now. So what we have...
Where are you going to sleep?
Yeah,
and I just look at her.
He's just establishing things that happen during a divorce anyway. So we're going to stop it right there. But, okay, there we go. I think this is it right here where we continue on. And let him discuss... yes, what happened with the prenuptial agreement. Yes. So what happened here is in this marriage is that there was a prenuptial agreement, which is very, very smart on the part of young Jeezy. And as